46 is brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, several people are injured in a crash. A woman is pinned against a building by a car. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Emergency crews responded to a crash on the west side of town over the weekend. It's June 19th, 2017. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. A T-bone collision resulted in all occupants being transported from the scene of a crash Saturday night.
Dispatched a report of a motor vehicle accident in front of the Horizon Mark on 372. Initially, it was thought to be closer to Highway 160. We, in fact, found it was actually the Horizon Mark on Linda. Upon arrival, we found a T-bone type collision. There were 7 occupants, 5 in one vehicle, 2 in the other, that required transport. None of them met flight criteria. However, again, all 7 were transported to the scene, so it brought additional medics to the scene. I was dispatched as well. Our heavy rescue was in service, not only for scene support initially, but also for the investigation with NHP.
And this was coming out of Linda Street on Highway 372, which is a common place for an accident. People need to double check a little bit more when they're pulling out from that area.
I'm uncertain whether the vehicle was coming out of Linda Street versus the Horizon Market parking lot. That was part of NHP's investigation.
All right. And then all of them were transported locally?
They were.
And there was children?
There were, yes.
And deputies conducted the arrest of a woman they say caused that crash at Linda Street and Highway 372. The accident on Highway 372 and Linda Street on Saturday resulted in one person being transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Robin Gavin was taken into custody for DUI with an accident, child neglect and endangerment, and child abuse. Pahrump Valley Farm Rescue, Nye County Sheriff's deputies, and Nevada Highway Patrol all were dispatched to the location of Highway 372 and Linda Street for what was reported as a T-bone type collision. Involved in the accident was a white truck and a red SUV. The SUV was driven by Robin Gavin, who witnesses stated pulled out of the Horizon Market, who began driving at a slow pace eastbound on the highway. The driver of the white truck stated that the red SUV sped up and caused a head-on collision. Deputies stated when they were speaking to Robin, she stated that she was prescribed 2 narcotic medications and had taken those medications throughout the day. Robin's 5-year-old daughter was in the backseat of the vehicle during the time of the accident. Robin was then transported to Desert View Hospital to be medically evaluated, where she was placed under arrest. Police say that Gavin consented to a blood test, which was booked into the Nye County Sheriff's Office for evidence. As a result of the accident, the child received a broken right hand. And emergency personnel were dispatched to the north side of Walmart yesterday for an auto versus pedestrian accident.
Yes, they were dispatched to the Walmart parking area and the area of the auto center for a pedestrian motor vehicle accident. The initial report was that a vehicle had pinned a person against the wall. On our arrival, we found that that vehicle had been backed up. The person was no longer pinned. However, did sustain injuries that warranted transport to the local hospital.
And then as far as being pinned, they also struck the structure. Was there any structural damage to the building?
There was no structural damage. I'm not sure the vehicle actually impacted the building versus the person was actually the mediator between the building and the vehicle.
Do you know how it happened?
No, the sheriff's office was investigating now.
All right, so they were transported locally. Do you know if they were subsequently taken to Vegas or no?
You know, we were considering flying that patient due to the initial assessment. However, emergency air was unavailable as they were on other assignments at the time.
We'll tell you about an arrest in Amargosa after this break.